So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to give a big, warm welcome to our headliner tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to introduce DeeCee!
Lee McDonald, open up the show. Folks, what's going on, Maryland? Folks, my name is DeeCee. Otherwise known as Singapore Black Man number 5. We're an endangered species in the country. In fact, every time I see another black person, even from far away, 50 meters away, here's what happens. Yo! And a wave like, yo! That's what we do. You're a visible minority in a country full of people that don't look like you, right? Because we naturally are drawn to people that are like ourselves. It makes sense, right? Absolutely. Like, I know you're Singaporean, correct? Right? Chinese Singaporean. So imagine your job relocating you all the way to Nigeria. Right? And every single day you go to work, there's a sea of black people all the time. Nothing but black, 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 right? Nothing but black. So then one day, you see someone who looks faintly like you from a distance, and you're gonna be like, are they Chinese? No, they're Filipino, close enough. Hey, what's up, hey! You know, same but different, right? Now, actually, I see a lot of representation. I'm, Singapore Black Man number 5. Number 8 over here. What's up here? Number 8 over there. Number 10 over there. Representing. What's going on? You got the memo, right? No, actually, here's what happens. Like, I'm cool when you see, my people clustered like this, like 5 or 6 people. Like, it makes me feel warm. But I get a bit paranoid if there's too many black people in one spot, especially in a country like this. Like, if there's more than 20, 25, there's no barbecue, there's no music, there's no dancing. I get concerned. I've been thinking, yo, is there a protest going on I should know about? Like, I didn't get the memo. Or even worse, are we being rounded up? Again? No. We're not gonna fall for that trick. No, not again. Like, that first cruise line they offered? Yeah, so it's a first class. It's more a cargo class. That was a sucky ride. Okay, white folks, unclench your ass cheeks. It's gonna be a rough night if you don't. Unclench your ass cheeks, folks. I'm not asking for reparations tonight. Can't afford that shit. Chillax. Actually, I tell a lot of people that I spent a lot of time in Chicago. Actually, I spent a lot of time in Chicago, many years in Chicago. But actually, I was born in Canada. What's up, Canadians? What's up? It's noise? All right. In fact, folks, I'm so Canadian, I bleed maple syrup, folks. That's how I'm Canadian. I bleed maple syrup. I know some of you guys are thinking, wait, isn't that diabetes? No, fuck you, wait, hold on a second. Right? No, I mean, that's how Canadian I am. In fact, I have friends always ask me now too as well, you're from Canada, how are you handling the cold in Singapore? How are you handling the heat in Singapore? It's like, well, handling it's better than the cold. I'm like, well, if you're Canadian, aren't you accustomed to the cold? It's like, well, yeah, I'm Canadian. Like, I've adapted to the cold from the waist up. So for those people who are not familiar with colder climates, right? From the waist down, stuff shrinks. Dick balls shrink. I mean, Singaporeans don't know this because this is a tropical climate all the time. But those from 44 latitude up north, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? Like for me, every November is frustrating because every November my balls shrink up, right? Disappear. And I have to have the conversation of balls going, come on guys, where you guys at? Come on. Come on, Lester, come on, Chester, come on, where you guys at? What, you guys want to name your balls? Just me? So now I have to trick them, place them. Bob Marley, make it drop down, goodness be love. And they drop down here because I think it's warm. Look back up, yeah, man, that's cool, man, fuck you. And then, high back up. I don't know what's weird right now, the fact that I'm talking my balls on stage in front of a room full of people. Or you guys look at my balls thinking that they would actually talk. I don't know what's more worse, but. Since I've been here, I've been mistaken. Actually, small Chinese aunties, since I first came here, always ask me if I was a Nigerian pastor. Weird. Too often this happened. It's like, are you Nigerian pastor? Auntie, no. Are you an African student? Auntie, no. Are you a basketball player? Yes, yes. I'm a basketball player. Too short. I feel tall. No, actually, I didn't get upset. I just decided to have fun with them. So eventually I just got to the point where I just told them that, listen, Auntie, I'm not a basketball player, I'm not an African student, and I'm not a Nigerian pastor. But I do come from royalty. And I'm in your country to make a large deposit on behalf of my family. I sent a shitload of emails to you and no one answered. That's the reason why I'm here. I mean, come on, Auntie. I wasn't a host, it was me. I'm that prince. Could have cut you in 10%. And also here, just being here, I get mistaken. Another identity I get mistaken for is being Indian. South Indian. No other country but here, South India. It's like, holy shit, right? Now, okay, wait for it. You see now, right? You see now you see it. So apparently there's a whole spectrum of different shades of Indians, and we didn't know that back in the West, but apparently that's here. I'm reminded about it every single day on the train, on the MRT. Usually, most people look at the phones or look at the books, right? But without fail, there's another South Indian sitting across me, sitting down like this. Just staring, not even fucking blinking, just like eyeballing me, right? So now, I spend a lot of time in the US. So when someone kind of eyeballs you like that, my default response as a black person is, what's up, motherfucker, right? That's my default response. And this guy's still staring at me like this. I'm staring like this, he's staring like this. And it goes back and forth for a couple of minutes. It's getting awkward, it's getting tense. But you know what? I'm the guest in your country, I'm the foreigner here. Let me do the right thing, right? Let me do the proper thing. So what we do as black folk, when we're cool with you, we ain't got no beef with you, we give a classic nod, which is the, what's up? What's up? This guy gives me the, So, he's on the east side, I'm on the west side, right? West side, West Indies. No, actually, I am from the West Indies. My family is from Guyana. So, if you know your history or geography, many, many years ago, there were slaves that ended up in Guyana from Africa and indentured workers from India that also ended up in that part of the world. So my DNA is a mix of lots of African and some Indian in me. So yes, I got the Indian pass. I got the Indian DNA. I can use that card sometimes, right? Works for me. I mean, if I'm at a strip club in the US, the black in me kind of goes, 20 bucks for a lap dance? Hell yes! The Indian me kind of goes, can I barter it down to $14, right? That's the Indian card in me. Now I figured, like, you know what? I got this Indian pass. Maybe I can make it work for me. I totally missed this opportunity in the US. So I figured, one time I got pulled over by the police. See if I can try this out. All right, shit, okay. I have this Indian pass works in Singapore, maybe in the US. Never thought about it. So I got pulled over, driving landing on Chicagoland. See these siren lights, blue and red lights behind me, saying, whoop, whoop. It's like, oh shit, the popo. All right, so I pull over. Cop gets out, walks up to my car, walks up the window. Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? So I'm gonna try this Indian pass, see if it works. Cop's like, nigga, get out of the car, shit! Still black. Damn, it's not pass, damn it. Folks, yes, nigger is still a charged word, but we use it freely on stage. But guess what? All races have a charged word. No matter where you go in the world, I know it's used here, I know it's used in other countries. In fact, every race has a charged word here. I mean, even for white folk, in your case, the word that's called for you guys is angmo, right? Is that offensive? No, not really. I mean, it translates to red hair. I mean, I Googled that shit up. Red hair. But full description is red hair devil, but we just showed up the red hair, right? That's what it is, historically. And you know what? It's the context of how it's used. The context of how it's used. Like, if you're talking to a small Chinese auntie and she says, hey, come here, I give you a price, huh? I don't give you more price, I give you a good price, huh? Right? You're like, aw, sweet auntie, thank you. That same auntie be like, chi bai yang mo, motherfucker. Right? Then like, come on, auntie. Why you gotta do that? Why you gotta be so rude like that? That's racist. But I know there are different words and directed terms for different races here. I knew that, okay, this is a different word for us. And I asked my coworker, because I used to work in Chinatown some time ago. And my coworker is Malaysian Chinese, so I just put it in context. It's a different type of Chinese. So I asked her, well, what do you guys call us in your country? Because in America, the term for us, my people, is nigger. So what word is used to refer to us because of the color of our skin? Here's where you know you're going to hear something racist to somebody. They look left, they look right. Okay, you didn't hear this from me. But we call you people Okwe. Okwe, all right, which I believe is Cantonese. You're laughing because you know exactly what it means, right? It's like, well, what is Okwe? Oh, it means black ghost. What? Black ghost? Black ghost? Just drop the nigger. Just use black ghost for us? Shit. Wow. Black ghost is the nigger word, right? I call my friends back in the US and say, guys, you wouldn't believe this shit. They don't use the N-word anymore. They don't use nigger for us anymore. They use black ghost. Black ghost? Yes, black ghost. Shit. We talked about it. And we discussed it. We went back and forth about it. We had a meeting about this, and we had to come to consensus about that word. That's the coolest fucking word you can call us. It's beautiful. We love that word. We're not going to use nigger anymore. Man, that black ghost is awesome. It's free. I mean, you're going to hear like, yo, what's up, my black ghost? My black ghost dog. Right. You talking shit. Hey, man, you full of shit, man. Black ghost, please. You know, black ghost is soft. It's a soft word. In fact, even white people, you guys need to use black ghost if you want to. You know, drop the N-word. Use black ghost, you can. It's soft. It's safe. You can use the black ghost. Try it. Black ghost. Black ghost. Come on, try it. Try it. Yes! Black ghost! Yes! Yes! But in your heart, I knew you meant nigger. So come on now. It's all good. It's all good. But actually, no, I understand why that term black ghost came up for us. There's a matter of context. Because many, many years ago, actually a couple of centuries ago, there was a record of Africans in China. Many, many years ago. Actually, there's a historical record on that. But can you imagine describing a black person to a Chinese person who's never seen a black person before? Like, can you imagine how weird that would be? Imagine, right, you're a peasant, middle of China, you never seen anybody but anybody, you know, everybody who looks like you. But one day, you're out at night, smoking a cigarette, African walks by, hey, what's going on? Can you imagine that person going like, did I just see a fucking ghost? Holy shit, what's that? Hence black ghost, so it's not racist, folks, it's racially observant. Big difference, big difference. I hear those ass cheek clenching up. How dark is, no, this is not, it's not racist, and it's a big difference. I'll give you an example. Of course, you're from the US, right? So I have a friend of mine. Give this example. This is a joke, and actually you can be the litmus test for the audience. You can tell me if this is racist or racially observant, right? So a friend of mine, born in the US, right, born in Vietnam, raised in the US, and he came back to Singapore, and he has a successful company. And he hired a lot of American expats to work for him. So I had lunch with these guys the other day. He's like, listen, DeeCee, your friend is very generous, man. Our team building exercise, he took us to JB for paintball, and your friend kicked all of our asses, man, kicked all of our asses. We're surprised how good he was at paintball, man. I'm like, well, why are you surprised he kicked all of your asses? You guys are Americans playing a warlike game in a warlike jungle-like setting against a Vietnamese. I'm just saying, my money's on the Vietnamese. Now, is that racist or racially observant? Observant, racial observant here. See, that's a brilliantly, brilliantly crafted joke. Everybody else judging us because they think it's racist. But I'm going to call you guys out because, get this, Every 4 years, Olympics. Here's what we're gonna call this hypocrisy out. Those aren't laughing. Every 4 years, Olympics. 100-meter finals, final day of the Olympics, right? See the lineup, 100-meter blocks. Black guy, black guy, black guy, black guy, black guy, black guy. And just by chance, this is a Singaporean, lane 8. Made it to Olympics, finals, right? You're thinking, hey, maybe it's a Joseph School of sprinting. All right, maybe that's an underdog. Are you gonna cheer for that underdog? Yes, yes, an underdog. I hope they win. I'm gonna say, I hope they win. Singaporeans, you're gonna hope they win? Yes. Well, shit, y'all are tight. I mean, come on, right? Underdog. But that happens until someone says, hey, so you got money in the race? You gonna go put money on the Singaporean? Your answer's gonna be like, fuck no! No money's on Jamaican lane 5! Now, is that racist or racially observant? No, folks, that's racist, folks. That's racist. You think the Singaporean can't run. It's not racist. Racist or racially observant? Take a chill. Well, a little bit of background here. I'm a socially conscious comic. Socially responsible conscious comic. I mean, like, I'm a champion for social issues and concerns when it's convenient for me. Like many years ago, Nike got in trouble for hiring kids to make their products. Remember that? Like a couple of decades ago, right? Big brouhaha, like really bad PR campaign. And then everybody's kind of like, come on Nike, do the right thing. We're gonna boycott your products. Do the right thing, stop using kids to make your products. And I got that bandwagon too as well, right? I got righteous and mighty, said, come on Nike, fuck you Nike, do the right thing. I'm not buying any of your shoes, any of your products at all, man, do the right thing. Until I saw those Nike Air Jordans I wanted on sale after Christmas, 60% off. I was like, oh damn, I want those shoes. So now I had to try to compromise my convictions, try to justify my purchase. I'm looking at them and this is my rationale in my mind. I'm thinking, all right, well, if I buy those shoes, those kids can keep that job, support the family, stay off the streets. If I don't buy those shoes, they lose their jobs, they end up on the streets. Then one child ends up running in a gang, right? Taking over that gang, kills somebody, becomes a gang leader. That gang takes over the city. Then that gang runs the city, gets a gang turf war, becomes now like a mob boss, right? Many more thousand people die because he's a mob boss. Drugs, guns, all that stuff. Now more drugs are running around. Now it becomes a cartel, kind of like a Pablo Escobar of the East. Because now when you have a cartel, thousands of people die. So I don't buy these shoes. Thousands of people die. So fuck yeah, give me 7 pairs of Nike Air Jordans. Now, was it correct? That's my logic. That's my rationale. That's what I had in my mind. But Nike did end up doing the right thing though. They ended up using adults to make their shoes and the products and stop using kids. So they started buying the shoes again, do the right thing. Then the following year, the shoes started to come out of the seams, and stitches coming off, and the sole was kind of slipping off after a couple months. I'm gonna sound like a dick for saying this, but the kids make better shoes. I'm just saying. I don't know, maybe they're just easier to motivate the third world country. With candy or vaccines, I don't know what you do. Folks, I mean, I like kids, folks, don't get me wrong, I enjoy kids, I like kids. Not like, hey, get in the van, kid. No, not that kind of thing. That's too funny. But no, I got 2 daughters. I have a 6-year-old and I have a 13-year-old. Right? Love the bits. But actually the youngest one. First of all, makes noise if you're a sibling. If you have siblings, makes noise. All right, so here's the poll. Who's the shit disturber, the youngest or the oldest? Youngest, oldest, youngest. I hear more youngest, right? Youngest. You guys got away with a lot of shit, didn't you, right? Yeah. So my youngest knows this, right? She gets away with a lot of shit because we told my oldest girl, listen, you're the oldest, you're the elder, you got to be responsible, right? You can't hit your sister, you got to protect her. Yeah. Right? And my youngest knows this and plays against her on this as well because she knows that she's not going to get hit or smacked up. My youngest, she's a gymnast. She's very strong. She's got fast hands, quick reflexes. So when siblings do, they tussle, they fight sometimes here. They roughhouse. So every so often, this 6-year-old and my 13-year-old fight around here. My 6-year-old will get like a roundhouse punch right to the tip. Bam! Right to my 13-year-old. She's like, ow! Ow! my 6-year-old starts to taunt, right? She knows this, like, heh, you can't touch me. I got immunity, bitch. Wait, hold on a second, wait. First of all, pull your punches. Second of all, don't call your sister a bitch. Third of all, who taught you the word immunity? I was like, shit, we gotta stop watching Survivor as a family. That's not appropriate. No, actually, it's Singapore is safe for families and kids, correct? You say?
Yeah.
All right, it's a family-safe country, and I convinced the mother that, listen, bring the girls here sometime, and they're gonna have a good, safe time in Singapore. But because she's never been to Asia, she's like, well, are you sure they're gonna be safe? Like, what if they get lost? I'm like, it's Singapore, they're not gonna get lost. They're black kids. You can't lose a black kid in Singapore. Black kids. In fact, in case they do get lost, right, there's gonna be every single Singaporean's gonna be like, oh, you look lost. You probably belong to Singapore Black Man number 5. Come on, follow me, right? Singapore's are black. We're gonna look after one another. That's what they do. Or even worse, well, what if our girls get kidnapped? Because that's what happens out east. That's what happens nowadays to young girls. I'm like, well, for our daughters, good luck. Go ahead, kidnap. Because whoever kidnaps daughters has to take care of their hair. And that shit's fucking expensive, folks. Fucking expensive. Black hair is no joke. I have to take a black hair loan from the bank. In fact, I can imagine somebody kidnapped my daughters. We have your daughters. We demand a ransom, 50,000. We're gonna be like, click. Not enough. Keep holding on to her. A couple months from now, get a call back from the kidnappers. Shit, we can't afford to keep her. I know we gotta keep her alive, gotta keep her hair. We can't afford to maintain her. Can you take her back? And we're like, listen, no, because we're still behind on payments to the bank for the hair loan, so please, keep it for another month. That's on you now, you're doing us a favor, please. Shit. My oldest, she's smart, she loves what I do. She's really proud of what I'm doing right now. She says, Dad, I want to do what you do. Can you teach me comedy? I'm like, oh, fuck. Awkward. How about this, can we just talk about sex? Can I teach you about sex? It's more normal, right? Birth of the bees. She's like, no, Dad, serious. Can you teach me about comedy? I want you to do exactly what you do. Well, not exactly what you do, because I want to make people laugh. It's like, oh, shit. My ghost got snaps. So now, my response in my mind is like, man, that little bitch, right? Now, that's my mind. I said out loud. I had a filter. But my ego got ahead of me at that time. I thought, my response was really unjust. I can't take it back. So I kind of called her out and go, okay, you got snaps, right? Okay, so, all right, you're going to give it back to me? So how about this? There's no Santa Claus, there's no Tooth Fairy, and I may not be your daddy. Boom! How you like that? How you like that? Why you crying, huh? Why you crying? Why you crying? Oh, shit. Okay, listen. Folks, that's what you call parenting fail. Don't do that. That's fucking your child for the rest of life. I'm not gonna forgive you for that. Be a good parent. Don't do that. Singapore, man, I love this place, and I think I would not have come to this country had there been certain things I'd known before coming here, especially Southeast Asia. Like, had I known how big your cockroaches are, I would not have come here. Yeah. I know, fuck, they fly, they fucking fly! No one told me that cockroaches fly! Holy shit, yes I do, right? Yeah, and I found out the hard way. Because I remember first couple months, hanging out, watching TV at night, my flat, and I hear this, I'm like, what the fuck is that? Alright? So I think it's a mouse or some kind of creature. A little closer. It's like a fucking roach. Shit. First of all, rule of thumb, no bug should be so big that it casts its own shadow. Right? That's a bad sign, right? So I turn the switch. It's a roach. Now in the US, alright, most roaches, what happens when you turn the light, they scatter, they run, they try to hide. Not in Southeast Asia, they don't hide. This one's like, what the fuck, right? Give me attitude. So I figured, okay, let me just do this math here. This is a cockroach. I'm a grown-ass man, 80 kilograms, man. I can smash it here. Now, here's what you should do if you see cockroaches. One of two things. You either kill it completely, or scoop it up and take it to your neighbor's house. Because you know your karma, right? But I chose the other option, which is the first option, to kill it. But I didn't kill it completely, my mistake. I took my shoe off. Walked up to it, was like, come here, you little bitch. Bam! Dropped my shoe on it, I was like, ha! I like that. I shit you not. This thing moved my shoe. Got it off its back. Got up, looked at me, turned around, flew to the light switch, flick! I was like, God damn no! No, this thing is gonna make me its bitch at night. No, I cannot be in a room with a roach that has a mass and inertia to shut off a fucking light switch. Nah, this thing's gotta go. This thing's gotta go. I gotta call the landlord. This place needs to be fumigated. So I called my Singaporean landlord. Mr. Landlord, got a cockroach problem. Fumigate my place, please. Get rid of these cockroaches. And he's like a true Singaporean landlord. Cockroach or cockroaches? Cockroach? Was he big? Yes. Did he fly? Yes. Oh, that's Eugene. He lives there. Shit, no! No! Apparently he's got tendency rights. No, I had to move out. I cannot live in a place that has cockroaches that has tendency rights. I had to move. Yeah, the bugs don't joke here. They're not joke here at all. So you guys have a good time tonight? Yeah. What's your name? Lucille? Lucille? You look like it's Lucille. Right? Authentically speaking, and Morgan, you look like a Morgan. Right? I'm just saying that. And Jasmine, you don't look like a Jasmine, right? Because you're Chinese Singaporean, right? And like, do you have a Chinese name that you're born with, like given? What's it called? Jiamin? Okay, Jiamin. See, that makes more sense, ethically speaking. Like, now, I'm ignorant. No, here's the thing, I'm ignorant. When I first, in the US, you expect to see like the Caucasian names or ethically normal names there, but when you come to a different country, I was expecting, my ignorance, Chinese face, Chinese names, Asian face, Asian names. That's what you expect, right? That's what I thought. Because you guys change your names based upon ease to make people pronounce your words, to make pronounce names. Many other races do that, but black people, we don't do that. We don't change our names intentionally, right? To make it easy for us, right? What's your name, Laquana? Laquana! Pronounce it properly! Right? That's what you're saying, right? I mean, the only time that we wanted to keep our names, so we didn't have any choice, many years ago, a couple centuries ago. Slavery, folks, you guys remember that? Of course I don't remember that, fuck that, all right. Boy, what's your name? My name is Kuta Kinte. Oh, shit, okay, it's Toby. Fuck, keep it up, shit. I changed my name. Shit. That's the last time we changed names. I'll tell you what, folks. I'm saying this because a couple months ago, I mean, this Chinese guy with a black name. His name was Tyrone. Tyrone's like the blackest name you give any person. Black-ass name. Because here's the thing, we'll never adopt an Asian name for our families. You'll never see that in a black family in the US at all, right? You'll never walk in a family's home, hey, welcome to my family here. I want to introduce you to my sons. This is Leroy. This is Tyrell. This is Bakote. Here's my daughter, Laksa. My twins, my lovely twins. Tatarek and Kopio. Which is which? Oh, the darker one, Kopio, of course. Not racist, folks. Racial observer. Come on. Shut the fuck out. She's up. He's up. Black folk get it. You understand. Now, the best thing about Singapore too, as well, is that Singapore does very well is mesh old culture, old world with new world, like secular and old tradition and old religions. And the best example I feel that resembles this is Bugis. Have you guys been to Bugis? Recognize Bugis? So at night, and here's what I visualize. Here's where I'm really going. with this. At night, my friend's condo overlooked the whole area. I look straight ahead. I see the Duo Towers. Very beautiful night, well lit up here. All right, light sky, very modern buildings. Then I pan 30 degrees to the right, overlooking Busara Street. You guys know that street, Busara Street? And there's a dome of the mosque. Right? The lights light up against a gold dome, blue and red and green, and it changes. It's like, wow, man, this is beautiful. This is like, it's very serene, very picturesque. And at that moment, because there's a whole bunch of noise going on, but then there's a call to prayer at that same moment. Dark night, see these lights, gold dome, call to prayer. Now, I don't know Arabic at all, or I don't know this language, but here's what it sounds like to me. I don't know, but at that moment, it sounds melodic, it sounds very peaceful, very, very spiritual, right? At the exact same moment, same street, I pan 30 degrees in the other direction. Club district. All I hear is,
my neck, my back, my pussy, and my gut.
whoa, shit! Whoa, this is messed up. But you know what's weird about it? It was at sync at the perfect moment. The prayers and the music hit. It sounded like a remix, right? It sounded like God made my own personal DJ looking down at me and going, listen, man, I can make the cities into ones and twos. DeeCee, I like you. Watch this. My neck, my back, my neck, my back, my own personal DJ. I mean, if that's the new son of Islam, is that what Islam sounds like? I might convert, folks. I mean, that's catchy. I'm just saying. It's not even my faith. I mean, if the whole faith actually got into the music movement, started to kind of band together or tie in hip hop and tie in mainstream R&B, tie in mainstream pop into that culture, into that religion, watch out, man, it's gonna blow up. I mean, not literally, not shit. I mean, not literally, right? I'm just saying, relax, folks, right? I'm just saying, be able to walk into a mosque one day and see everybody praying here, and the imam looks out and goes, ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, we have a guest from America coming up to lead our prayers is DJ Khalid. Right, he walks in. You know DJ Khalid. Yo, we're the best, man. We're the best. Worldwide, we're the best. Yo, we're praying. Everybody stand up. He starts making a dance. Everybody stand up. Everybody stand up. Line up now. Line up. Straighten up those lines. Straighten up all those lines. Now bow down. Now bow down. Face to the floor. Face to the floor. Now, grab your wife now. Grab a wife. Grab another one. And another one. And another one. Another one. Now we gotta stop at 4, right? We gotta stop at 4. I'm DJ Khalid! Dropping bombs in this place! Slay this audience! And the imam's like, no, don't slay, no bombs here, Not in this mosque, no. Do that in Israel, I don't know. That's the only geopolitical joke I have for a second. Relax, chill, relax, it's all good. It's all good. Now, you know, I joke like this because generally, compared to other countries, Singaporeans are tolerant. It's a tolerant culture, a tolerant society. Now, I use that generally because I mean that sincerely. I was quoted on this because a couple months ago, actually I think last year on this time, I did an interview. I was passing an interview about the Black experience in Asia, and someone did an interview on the Black experience in Singapore. So they kind of got me to the interview, and one of the captions that was captured was, Singapore is tolerant, which is genuine because I originally come from a country where that boasts tolerance, that boasts acceptance, that boasts that we love everybody, but it takes one intolerant person to fuck things up. Would you guys agree? Right? It takes one intolerant person in a loving country to bomb a mosque, right? Or to shoot up a synagogue, or to bomb a church like in South Carolina, right? So that's what kind of fucks it up. One measure of intolerance. So it is a genuine word. If you have a society of people tolerate one another, you can make it work. Now, I post this on the website, on YouTube, and the responses, because I have like 190, like a lot of 200,000 hits, right? So you're gonna get some good responses and bad responses, and depending on who it came from. Because Singaporeans, I looked at the names, Chinese Singaporeans were bothered by that. They say, no, we're not tolerant. We love everybody that comes in through our doors, and we accept everybody. But the Indian names and the Malaysian names, they're folks like, oh no, the fuck they don't, right? But here's this, I mean, it's better to be tolerant than just loving, because loving is fleeting, right? Accepting is fleeting, it's kind of mood-based. Now here's what I'm trying to get at. If you're in a relationship, or if you know somebody who's been married for many, many years, 50 years, 60 years, and they're celebrating the 50th anniversary, and then someone asks them, so what's the secret to your marriage? What kept you married all this time? More than likely, the old guys would be like, well, she tolerated my bullshit for the last 50 years. That's tolerance, right? That's love, tolerance. I mean, you guys are married, correct? Right? And how long have you been married for? 5 years. All right, so 5 years, you're still in that stage where you're like, you know, I love him.
No, I'm tolerant.
You tolerate? You think you're tolerant now? You ain't getting a pussy. You ain't getting a pussy. Well, when you first started dating, right? When you first started hooking up, right? You're lying next to him. He's snoring away, right? Because you're in love. You look at him. Here you see like, and you're looking like, that snore's so sweet, so cute. That noise, that's so cute. I love it. I love it. And then 5, 10 years later, that same snore. All right. Okay, this motherfucker I want to kill. Like, I want to kill him. I want to suffocate him, but I can't, right? I'm going to accept this because he pays the bills, he's a good dad here, we have a job together, I'm going to accept it. Then 30 years from now, same snoring. Then you can look and going, yes, I want to kill him. I want to get my insurance policy up to $1 million. I need to kill him. I want to suffocate him so he can't move. I want to suffocate him. He's got to go. But I can't, because I'll go to jail. I won't collect insurance money, so I'm just going to tolerate him. Because that makes more sense. That's love, right? See, tolerance, folks? Tolerance is not a bad thing. This is my YouTube talk. This is my TED talk for you guys tonight here, folks. Comedy is not TED talk. You're welcome. Take that. Take that. Okay? Like one drink. Oh boy. American hands. That's you know, since I've been here, I have friends that ask me about, you know, what do you do in Singapore? Was there fun things to do? And because I'm still in contact with a lot of friends from university and back in high school. Not many, but a few. I did some really crazy shit back in the day, like really stupid shit. But I know that those friends still keep in contact, and they say, hey, DeeCee, man, what guys do for fun? I mean, you're there by yourself right now. Like, what other things to do? Like, are there clubs to visit? Are there strip joints, man? Come on, what's it like out there? I'm like, dude, wrong country. You're thinking Thailand. Thailand has all that stuff, all that shit, right? Singapore doesn't have that stuff, right? Karaoke, maybe. The closest thing to a strip club here are the pole dancing classes. Now, here's what I found out by accident in the pole dancing classes. A, they don't like an audience. Second, they don't know the term make it rain. They don't know the term make it rain. That's an American term. They don't like it, make it rain. I know, shame. And then worse is that here in Singapore they don't have dollar bills, right? They have coins. So I'm trying to make it rain. I'm trying coins, right? Like, ow! Someone get the fucking black ghost out of here. Come on, please. Dude, I don't like that stuff. Are there any Australians here? Anybody from Australia? Any Aussies? Not one person. Hey, so yeah, there's a couple of years ago, there was a scare that happened at an Australian university in Brisbane. So Australians may be familiar about this, right? Let me tell you the story. They had a chemical scare that had to clear out the whole university. And they found out, when they found out where the smell was coming from, that actually was toxic for people, that had to clear out, they found out it was coming from Durian. A spoiled Durian. Okay, just get a poll. Make some noise if you like Durian. Make some noise if you hate Durian. Wow, 50-50, folks. A lot of expats here. Identify the expats. I mean, if someone were to ask about Durian, how would he describe it? Smelly, right? What? Smelly feet, rubbish, garbage, right?
Delicious.
Delicious, and how else would you describe? Delicious and?
Yummy.
Yummy, delicious, garbage, yummy, garbage. Y'all on there, obviously, right? You guys gotta sort some stuff out here, right? Here's what I'm getting at, because I had friends who asked me about that, because that news from that Durian spoiling in Australia made it all the way across the pond to the US. And it made the news, and They're like, dude, is that the same durian that Southeast Asians love, that Asians love? Is that the same durian that people are go crazy about, man? DeeCee, have you tasted it? Is it smelling? Is it nasty? Like, is it a big deal? So my response to them, my own response to them is saying, listen guys, relax. Okay, first of all, we're all adults, right? We're all grown-ass adults, right? Are we? So we're 18? Okay. Some of us, right? So I tell them, guys, durian is not a big deal. Because the very first time you enjoy durian, it's like the very first time you enjoy oral sex. Once you get past the smell, it becomes an acquired taste. This is the exact response I expect from this drunk folks. I know how divides room, it always divides the room. Because you always have the expat guys who laugh going, ha 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 ha, I've never eaten durian. You got the local guys who are that drunk going, ha ha ha, yes, I love durian, but I never had oral sex before. The lady that gave me that judgmental bitch look that I see right now, I'm like, DeeCee. My vajayjay does not smell like durian. Come on, sometimes. Here's what I'm getting at. 35 degrees outside, you're walking all day back and forth, 8 hours, 100% humidity, no wind, no cold, no air conditioning, right? Now, to keep durian fresh, you gotta keep it in a cool, dark, dry place. But ladies, it's dark, it's not cool, it's not barely dry. I'm just saying, like, the durian's not fresh, come on. If you're on the MRT, you smell durian, you look left, you look right, and no one's carrying durian. I'm just saying, check yourself. Grow the fuck up, folks. Come on now. We all love durian. This is durian season. We're in durian season. Listen, guys. I know it's dark. We're gonna get up from here. Oh man. I bet you $100 is gonna be a couple go home tonight, and the spouse is gonna ask the husband, honey, does mine smell like durian? And guys, the safe answer is, correct answer is? No, depends. Like what season? Is it July? Is it June? Is it August? It's different fresh, depends on the seasons. I'm just saying. You know, if you never look at durian the same way again after tonight, my job is done. My job is done. Guys, if you walk by a durian stand and you get an erection, all of a sudden like, oh shit, DeeCee, yeah! That's because I have an erection because it smells like, yeah, alright, got it. I'm sorry. Actually, to be honest, folks, I wouldn't know the difference between a good durian and a bad durian. I would not know. It's strong to me, it's pungent to me. In fact, you know, I wouldn't trust anybody, unless certain people, to know what a good durian smells like. I mean, if you're in a couple, great, but if you're single and you're trying to hook with somebody, you gotta be smart about this. So here's a strategy. First time you hook up, you get that Tinder date here, you go to the next phase, next stage, make it a threesome. Make it a threesome. Right, you show up and the girl goes, ooh, this is Kiki, who's the third person? Oh, not a big deal. This is Mr. Lean from the Durian stand. You want the Durian stand? Who's here to make her Durian fresh? Mr. Lean, Durian fresh? He's been like, Kemla! I know, folks, it's dark. Scrub yourself. That's a coronavirus of drugs, folks. That's a coronavirus of drugs. Let me stick on that. Now, here's what was surprising, because I had a lot of free time for the first couple months, and before Tinder, and before Bumble, and before all those different like apps. You guys remember Craigslist? Kind of crazy shit, right? It's weird because you get furniture, right? You're scrolling through furniture and cheap stuff, and then you're 3 clicks away from like, hey, want to get pegged by a midget? Like, what the fuck? How, like, what? But you got my attention, so I clicked yes. Right. But here's what happened, because I had a lot of downtime, and of course I'm trying to find something legit on Craigslist. But here's what I came across. I saw this sign that says, hey, looking for BBC. Now, here's what's shocking to me about that, because if you don't know BBC, it's not the British Broadcasting Corporation like I thought it was, right? This is the wrong place for British Broadcasting Corporation. They're looking for is big black cock. I'm surprised about that. Didn't know that there's a market for that here, because before coming to Singapore, before coming to this part of the world, here's my image, what I thought, because I was ignorant. So the only image I thought of what Chinese or Asians thought of us was, there's a commercial years ago, racist as fuck, folks, but a black guy walking up to a Chinese lady, and she stuffs in the washing machine, and she pulls him out, and he's white. Yeah, that does exist. So that's the image that I had when I thought of what what people thought of us here. It's like, all right, I'm off the map, I'm off the radar, I'm off that playing field, that's fine with me. When I saw this ad, like, oh, BBC? Okay, let me see what this is all about. Then I read down to the post, right? And I read down and says, hey, look for BBC, not Indian BBC, I want the real BBC, African BBC. I need to be at 8 inches at least. I'm like, bitch, you don't want 8 inches, no! No, careful what you ask for, no, you don't want that. That's dangerous, first of all. I mean, do you want to make love or do you want to make rotisserie? You want to make love or feel like satay, folks? I mean, if only 8 inches can satisfy you, how deep, how cavernous is your vagina? Like, how big? Like, no, I don't want to hook up with you. I don't want my dick to get self-esteem problems. Like, I don't want my dick esteem to go down. My dick has self-esteem. The dick esteem will drop down. I don't want to walk in going, I can't touch a ceiling. I can't. My dick has got a complex. How cavernous is your vagina? Okay, in all honesty, that is a weak-ass joke. It's a weak, stupid joke. But that image of a cavernous vagina is too fucking funny to me. I'm sorry, because the image, because in my mind, what made it, that's just more shit for giggles for me, because when I'm thinking of a cavernous vagina, just the image of that of, someone like, open up a little bit, and you hear this like wind draft, I'm like, see bats. Tie socket being stuck inside there, it's tie socket being stuck, trapped. Let us out, you guys safe, you guys safe? We're like, no, we're fine, we've got enough fluids in here. Whatever it tastes like, man, well, it smells and tastes like Durian, so we're good, we're good. I know, that's dark, that's dark. We're gonna lighten up, folks, we're gonna lighten up, folks. The fact is that, now that I'm 40, is 40 old, folks? No. Oh, thank you, all right. Some people going, yeah, it is. No, fuck you, it's not over, man. But here's the reality, because when we get older, we start aging, right? And there's certain badges of age. For some, it's like the graying of the ears, or hair coming out of the nose, right? Hair coming out of the nose, the ears, right? Gray testicles. Now, I know, all right, it changes color, it gets ashy, it gets ashy. That's right. But here's my badge, here's starting now. Look up here, look, my mind's up here now. Can you not see that? I'm seeing gray testicles, that's okay. Now, here's where I came to grips with my age. Like, I embraced the fact I was 40, that I was getting older. And if you're under 40, guys, this is gonna be depressing. Okay? When you get older, it takes longer to bust a nut. It takes longer to come, it takes longer to, it's exhausting, folks. It's just concentration. You have no idea how many times I tried to go to sleep at night thinking I could just rub one out, and I fell asleep. And I wake up with my dick looking like a custom joystick, gaming joystick. What the fuck? This is not nice. This is not healthy. Like every guy, I don't care who you are, every guy remembers when they were 13, 14, you knew how long it took. It didn't take that much to bust a nut. We got it done in a minute, minute and a half, 60 seconds, right? So we just had to think about like, all right, oh yeah, side boob, all right. Like, that's what it sounds like. That's the sound it makes when it's splooge. That's the sound it makes when it's splooge. You put a microphone to it, that's the sound it makes. But when you're over 40, personally, it requires more concentration. I get distracted. Like it requires more thinking when you're over 40. You start off thinking, oh yes, Nando's, that server, that waitress, she's cute, man, she's cute. Nando's. Is that a South African chain? South Africa? Yeah, South Africa. South Africa, were they under apartheid sometime? Apartheid? Yeah, apartheid. What happened to Mandela? Madiba. Right, I busted out Madiba, that's so disrespectful. Like, I'm sorry, Madiba, I'm sorry, that's, shame. Don't tell anybody. I'm just saying we get distracted. And ladies, I mean, after 40 years, I mean, happy endings for us, it's, at least for me, it's not happy endings anymore, it's now just, it's just an ending. Do you think your handjob games are good and tight? Like, I mean, do you think your husbands love your handjob game? No, we tolerate it. We don't love it, because, get this, we've been doing this since we were 13, 14, because you think, oh, he loves it. No, we tolerate it. We love the end result. Because if we do it ourselves, we can bang that, because we know the grip, we know the cadence, we know how long we have to go, we know how fast, we have a certain like a depth, we know the angle, we know the temperature, we know exactly what kind of lighting. Like, we got it all set up, right? Guys, we got our shit down. Ladies, you don't know that. That should be on you. And someone asked me, oh, dude, have you ever had a happy ending? No, not here. And it's not going to work for me in this country because the typical people who do that in this country are the small, petite China dolls with like small, soft, petite hands, so dainty. That would not work for me. I would need some of the strong, thick, working hands. I need those hawkish doll aunties, the one of the wet markets here, where you're like shucking corn or like stripping sugar cane, right? The strong grip hands. Hands like mine, like working hands, calloused hands. Like, that's what's gonna make me get off. That's if I were to get a hand job. I mean, even better. Those massage aunties here, those massage aunties, they got some strong ass hands. Strong hands. Next time, go for foot massage, sitting back. All right, auntie. Yeah, you got auntie. Auntie, you got some strong hands. Auntie, look at me. You got some strong hands. You got some strong hands, auntie. Hey, auntie, for $50. Happy ending. Happy ending? No lah. No happy ending. No. Okay, now come to me. That's what's gonna be getting up. I'm just saying. Different strokes for different folks. Different strokes for different different strokes around the world. Right. And Singapore. Right. Let's call back to the 80s. One of the most interesting things here is I had a friend who mentioned to me, and this is one of the most ignorant things I've heard since being here. He said, DeeCee, can he act black? Okay, a little bit of backstory. He's Chinese, and we were hanging out at an Irish pub, and they're playing Celtic music. So, what we black people do with this music, we don't care what kind of music. So we start to dance. I'm doing like Celtic jug, right? And he's kind of thinking like, dude, you're embarrassing me. Please don't dance. Come on, just act black. In my mind, I'm thinking, oh, fuck you. All right, that's racist, but I didn't say it out loud. Like I was more hurt. I was more offended. Because I'll never do that to anybody else's race. Because I don't know what he's expecting. He's expecting, the ball like, yo, we're gonna party. What's up? Yo, we're gonna party with Cristal. That's not how I roll. All right, and I would never do that to anybody else's race because of how you look or how you look. Like, just because you're Asian. Like, I mean, can you imagine how ridiculous that'd be? Because you're Asian, and I say, listen, let's go for dinner, and let's have dinner. And because you're Asian, I'm gonna have you calculate the tip. Right? It's pretty ignorant, right? That makes no sense whatsoever. Assuming that you're good at math. Because we all know that Asians don't tip. I'm sorry, did I strike a nerve, folks? There's a big empty tip jar. Prove me wrong tonight, folks. Fill that shit up. Or because you're white, hey, white people, give me back my land. Like, I don't know, like that's like, that's ridiculous. It's just unfair. Because he assumed that there's one-dimensional black people that he's come to seeing in the media, and that's not us. We're multidimensional, all right? We're multidimensional, right? In fact, folks, I'm a chiropractic physician by trade. That's my livelihood. That's what I do. Okay? And depending on what we do, we gotta turn our blackness down. Like every black person, you guys don't know this, but we all have a hood dial. We all have a hood dial. We gotta keep that shit down, not to scare you guys. For me, as a physician, I gotta keep my down intentionally all the time. So if you're coming to my office with a problem, you have x-rays, or you got concern with your back, I'm gonna take your x-rays and go, let me see this. All right, sir, you got cervical degeneration at C5, C6. And you have thoracic spine at T4, T5. You got spondylosis, looks pretty bad here. And at L4 or 5, you get an old compression injury, almost like a slip disc. It's called spondylolisthesis. So that numbing and tingling down your leg, it's gonna get worse. You might need surgery, but you know what? We can try to avoid surgery, but you're gonna need an MRI. Let's get that checked out first. We can help you avoid surgery. That's what you're expected to hear with that blackness dial turned down. If I remember to turn it down. If I don't, same scenario. See the x-rays. Oh shit! Oh! Oh! Yo, how the fuck you still standing, bro? Nigga, you're gonna need an MRI. Like that's what's gonna come out. That's the real deal. Like I gotta turn that stuff down. Now the reality is that sometimes I do leave it on because when you have patients, you get comfortable, you get a relationship, and I kind of let that loose a bit, and sometimes a little bit of a hood kind of comes out without realizing it. Like all the aunties, hey Miss Liam, hi there Miss Liam, come on Miss Liam, get your fine ass on that table, Miss Liam, come on now. Get loose. Hey, so make some noise if you are familiar with chiropractors. Okay, so like 6%. For those who don't, if you don't know what it is, a quick little lesson. It involves making the body healthy without drugs or surgery by making sure the spine is aligned so that the brain-body connection works at its full potential. So you're gonna help avoid drugs, surgery, or other issues that can help naturally. Plain and simple as that, okay? So here's what we have to do though. Okay? We have to be very physical. Sometimes the person's lying down or facing up. We're very handsy with our jobs. Now, one of my first jobs was in Chinatown. And there's a lot of people in Chinatown that do not speak English. So I said, okay, let me learn Mandarin. Let me learn a certain phrase of words that helps them understand me and helps them understand them. So one of the words I had to learn, so that, because I have to use this all the time, because there's a move that involves the person crossing their arms over, you've got to reach over. So I have to ask the person to hug tight. So here's the mistake. I learned my Mandarin off of Google Translate. Expats do not learn Chinese off of Google Translate, right? But no one told me about this. So I had to learn this word, learn this phrase. Okay, hug tight. Google, what's hug tight? Bao ting. Okay, bao ting. All right. So I memorized this for 3 months. Bao ting. Bao ting. Telling all these small aunties. Bao ting. Bao ting. And all these aunties would look at me when I was doing this maneuver, with how to reach around them. They'd all look at me like this. I'm like, all right, I guess that's what they do in Asia when they get back. Kind of like the dolls, like they recline and they close their eyes, the sun opens up. I don't know, right? Until my staff member, okay, this is going on for 3 months. Didn't say shit. 3 months I was doing this. Until my staff member says, Doc, stop saying that. You can't say that anymore. Please stop saying that. It's like, no, why? They like me, they're relaxing, they understand what I'm saying. No! You're telling them to call the police! Tones, folks, tones. Chinese has 4 tones. Bao ting is hug tight. Bao ting was called the police. I want to say this again and again and again. Bao ting. So now it makes sense why you had that look. Imagine, small Chinese auntie, 38 kilograms, soaking wet. Never seen a black guy before. New to chiropractor. That's a very touchy-feely. You see my face leaning over you going, okay, auntie, relax. Look into my eyes, take a deep breath, and call the police. That makes sense. Not racist, folks. Racially observant. Racially observant. We're just gonna wrap up here soon, man. Okay, this last joke, I don't know how to transition to this because there's no way to transition into something that's really so obscure. Has anybody ever been bitch slapped by a monkey? Let me explain. I got your attention now. Let me explain. Yeah, so I was bitch slapped by a monkey. First of all, in Singapore, your monkeys are tough. They're thugs, all right? Like those signs that say, hey, don't feed the monkeys, they should be translated to, stay the fuck away from those monkeys, right? That's, Singapore's just polite, but they should say that. MacRitchie Reserve, all right? And there are signs, hey, don't feed the monkeys, watch out for the monkeys here. And there's a trail map right here, and I'm trying to look at the trail to see where I'm at. Like, I knew there were monkeys around, but I wasn't paying attention to how close they were. One of them was, sitting right on top of this map. So I'm leaning forward at this map, trying to figure out where I was. And I feel this on my head. I'm like, what the fuck just happened? And there's a French guy who's standing beside me at that time, just steps aside and goes, excuse me, you just been slapped by a monkey. And this male monkey was sitting right on top of this trail and looking at me going, this male monkey. Now, how did I know it's male? Well, I don't know. Maybe because the hairy monkey testicles looking right at me here. Listening, hairy nuts here. I don't know. I recognize the testicle, no matter what primate it is, right? So, I'm thinking I'm a big black guy here. I'm not afraid. I try to toughen up like a man up here. Thinking, hey, come on, hey, little monkey. Kind of like that fake punch. Like, come on, little monkey. Try to scare it off. This thing didn't even budge. Didn't even move at all. In fact, here's what this monkey did. This is how gangster this monkey was. Looked at me. Like, backhand, bitch. Want another one? You want another one? When I saw it, I was like, no, I'm not fucking with this monkey. No, I'm gonna respect your hood, you respect mine, I'm gonna respect your space. So I told my friend this story. It's like, dude, listen, you're 80 kilograms. The monkey's like maybe 5, 6 kilograms at most. Why is it they can't beat up the monkey? Well, probably the same reason why you never see black people host animal shows. We don't fuck with wild animals, right? They leave us alone, we leave them alone. That's white privilege. You guys can keep that shit, right? We don't want that. You guys can keep that white privilege. Keep that privilege. In fact, can you imagine if I did punch that monkey, all right? If I did get in a fight with it, that monkey goes down. There's a troop of 30 or 40 other monkeys nearby. They gang up. Now it becomes a turf war on me, right? So, cacophony of monkeys, screaming, yelling, now I'm gonna panic. If you hear a troop of monkeys screaming all at once here, you're not hearing screaming. Personally, I hear them talking like, hey, let's fuck him up. Let's fuck him up right now. Let's bitch slap him. Let's stick your dick in his ear. Let's stick your dick in his ear. He's a monkey pussy. Come on now, all right? I know, that's my mind. That's what I'm thinking that time, right? I'm panicking. I'm gonna freak out. And the only appropriate thing I can think about yelling that time for help is, bow ting! Bow ting! Bow ting! You guys have a good time? Sure? All right. Hey, how much time we got left? All right. Okay, so I'm just gonna wrap up here. Here's something I want to try out. I haven't done this for a long time, but here's something that someone asked me. He said, listen, DeeCee, are you gonna do any impressions? Like, I don't know any impressions. But then again, I only know one impression. And I'm gonna try that out with you guys tonight. Here's how it happened. I am in the shower and I see myself being bald, like, I'm wet, I'm figuring this is gonna work. Here's my only impression I've been working on for the last 2 years, right? It's stupid. Professor stupid, but it makes me laugh, right? It's Black Yoda. Everybody know the Yoda, Star Wars? Everybody's old enough? Thank the fuck God. All right? All right, so Black. It's so stupid. All right. Okay, Black Yoda.
Smoke this shit, you will.
I know, it's stupid. It's stupid.
That baby daddy am not.
All right. Okay, last one. All right, let's see if it works.
Look. Try. Do or do not. There is no try. Now make me my motherfucking sandwich.
I know I'm stupid, folks. But that was just for me, folks. I'll finish this torture for you guys, so we're all done, folks. Folks, that's I had fun. I'm glad you guys had fun as well too, and more importantly, appreciate the support for live stand-up comedy and the local comedy scene. So, folks, my name is DeeCee, DeeCee Comedy. If you want to follow me, you can follow me on Instagram on The Naked Doctor Abroad, or on Facebook, which is DeeCee Comedy. But folks, give it up for you guys, first of all, defeating the virus, folks, coronavirus, fuck the coronavirus. And just for being here, just for your time, everybody gets a can of Spam and a roll of toilet paper when we leave out here. We can hook you up here. And apparently that's what Singaporeans need, Spam and toilet paper, nothing else. Forget the vegetables, right? And for folks, give it up for the staff, the bar staff looking after you guys here, right? And cooking well. And give it up to the host, the MC, right? Liam here, and killing it here for you guys here tonight. And to you guys. So keep it the love, keep it the support. Peace. Give it up for DeeCee!
Did you guys have fun? Okay, great. Well, thank you very much for your attendance tonight. We do, seriously, at the very line, we do over 200 shows per year. And I want to say, out of all the audiences we've had, you guys are definitely the most recent. Thanks very much. Have a good night. Good night,